And we begin tonight in Maricopa County Court, where a man accused of robbing or trying to rob multiple women at gunpoint appeared before a judge this morning.
Cudjoe Young is charged with targeting dancers from the same gentleman's club back in 2020, following them home and then pointing a gun at them while demanding that the women give him their money. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Caribe Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. One of the alleged victims, Mercedes Vega, was murdered last year and her case remains unsolved. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono has been following the case and reports tonight from Maricopa County Superior Court.
Not only is Mercedes Vega's family still waiting for an arrest for her murder, they're also seeking justice for another crime that Mercedes faced before she was killed, an armed robbery, and it's a case that's been delayed for years. Saturday marked 4 years since Mercedes Vega was robbed at gunpoint. Vega, 19 years old at the time, was on her way home from work when a masked man pointed a gun at her, demanding she give him her phone, keys, and money. He had followed her home.
She was horrified and terrorized.
A month later, one of Vega's colleagues was attacked in the same way, and police arrested Cudjoe Young, linking him to both crimes. 4 years later, his case is still making its way through the court system.
I'm just hoping for the most punishment that we can get.
Erica Pillsbury is Vega's mother, and she sat in the courtroom during Monday's hearing. He's changed attorneys multiple times, leading to delays. He appeared before a judge with his newest lawyer, where attorneys discussed a possible plea agreement.
Recently, defense counsel has presented an offer that suggests defendant is at least headed in the direction of a possible resolution.
Vega's mom watched on her daughter's behalf because less than 3 years after the armed robbery, Vega was murdered, and her death remains unsolved.
Mercedes was very loved and very important, and we miss her very, very much. She deserves justice.
The Maricopa County Sheriff's Office has declined to comment on a possible connection between the robbery and murder cases. Young was out of custody wearing an ankle monitor at the time Vega was killed. Pillsbury has grown frustrated with a lack of answers. But just last week, finally, a positive update from sheriff's investigators.
There was actually some confidence behind what he was saying. Obviously not a date or who or anything like that, but we know that they are working on it, and I could hear that confidence in their voice that we're going to get there.
As she waits for justice for her daughter's death, she's advocating for justice for what happened to her while she was still alive.
It's time for a conclusion to this.
Scottsdale police are investigating a very similar armed robbery case that happened back in 2019 involving another one of Vega's former colleagues to see if it's connected in any way. If no plea agreement is reached in Young's case by Thanksgiving, the case is set to go to trial in January. We're in Phoenix. Bianca Bono, 12 News.